Something just satisfying happened in AI that could affect every single one of you watching this. We have finally reached the point where AI isn't just answering your questions, it is officially taking over the work. While you were sleeping, the Pentagon just inked a massive deal with OpenAI and Google for classified military operations. And at the same time, OpenAI's brand new GPT-5.5 model has started running inside Nvidia's own headquarters to automate their entire engineering workflow. We aren't just talking about chatbots anymore, we are talking about the birth of the agentic era. Let me break it all down for you right now. Today is May 4th, 2026, and the landscape of artificial intelligence has shifted more in the last 72 hours than it did in the entire previous year. The big headline is the official rollout of GPT-5.5, codenamed SPUD, which OpenAI released just a few days ago on April 23rd. But the real news today is how it's being deployed. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang just confirmed that over 10,000 Nvidia employees are now using a new GPT-5.5 powered version of Codex. This isn't a pilot program. This is the world's most valuable chipmaker handing the keys of their engineering, legal, and finance departments over to AI agents. Simultaneously, the Pentagon has moved into what they call Impact Levels 6 and 7. This is a massive integration of OpenAI, Microsoft, and Amazon's tech into classified military networks to streamline data synthesis and warfighter decision-making. We are seeing a convergence where the world's most powerful military and the world's most valuable tech company are both betting their entire future on the same silicon and the same neural networks at the exact same time. Now you might be wondering, what makes GPT 5.5 so different from the models we've been using? To understand the deep analysis here, you have to understand the shift from generative AI to agentic AI. Previous models like GPT-4 or early versions of Gemini were basically autocomplete on steroids. You ask a question, they give you an answer. GPT 5.5, however, is built on a reasoning architecture designed for intentionality. In the benchmark tests released today, it hit an 82.7% on Terminal Bench 2.0, narrowly beating out Anthropic's Claude 4.7 Mythos. What does that actually mean for the tech? It means these models now have persistence. If you give an AI agent a goal, like optimize my company's supply chain based on current weather patterns in the Pacific, it doesn't just write a plan. It logs into the ERP system, checks the weather data, contacts the shipping providers via API, and reroutes the cargo itself. It works in a sandbox. It reasons through failures, and it doesn't stop until the task is done. Technically, this is being powered by Nvidia's new GB200 NVL72 rack scale systems. These are essentially giant AI supercomputers that deliver 35 times lower cost per million tokens compared to last year. This is the Godzilla of compute. For the first time, it is actually cheaper to have an AI agent do the work than it is to hire a human intern, even in high-level engineering. This brings us to the massive business and financial impact. If you are an investor, your eyes should be on the custom silicon shift. While Nvidia surpassed a $5 trillion market cap last month, today's data shows that companies like Marvell Technology are actually outperforming them in percentage growth for 2026. Why? Because the hyperscalers, Google, Amazon, and Meta, are tired of paying the Nvidia tax. They are building their own custom AI chips, known as ASICs, to run these agentic workflows at a fraction of the cost. The industries that stand to profit the most right now are specialized AI infrastructure and agentic service providers. We are seeing a new wave of AI side hustles that didn't exist 6 months ago. People are now making six figures by building and tuning specialized agents for small businesses. Instead of selling a marketing service, they are selling a marketing agent that lives in the client's Slack and runs their entire social media and ad spend autonomously. But let's be real about the jobs at risk. If your job involves data synthesis, report writing, or middle management coordination, the red lights should be flashing. GPT 5.5 is specifically designed to replace knowledge work. However, it's creating a massive demand for agent architects, people who can oversee these digital workforces. The money is moving away from doing the work and toward managing the machine that does the work. How does this affect a regular person living in the USA right now? Let's look at 3 practical use cases you can implement this week. Sources and references for this forensic report. 1. OpenAI official blog introducing GPT 5.5 SPUD. 2. Nvidia press release, 10,000 engineers adopt Codex GPT 5.5. 3. The Guardian, Pentagon inks deals with 7 AI companies. 4. World Economic Forum, this month in AI, convergent technology. 5. Bloomberg, Apple Intelligence and the iOS 27 AI reveal. Now, a few words about SKM AI Expert. We provide high-level analysis on the fast-moving world of artificial intelligence. Our mission is to help tech-savvy professionals, investors, and creators navigate the future of technology with clarity and confidence. Subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. Here is the full evidence and sources list. OpenAI official blog, introducing GPT-5.5 SPUD verified. Nvidia press release, OpenAI's new GPT-5.5 powers codex verified. The Guardian, Pentagon Inc. deals with 7 AI companies, verified. World Economic Forum, this month in AI scaling, verified. Bloomberg/Times of India, Apple iOS 27 AI tools report, verified. Motley Fool, Nvidia versus Marvel 2026 performance, verified. First, in healthcare, we are seeing a massive transformation in patient assistance programs. Companies like CareTria are now using these agents to handle 100% of patient calls. For you, this means no more phone tag with insurance companies. You can now deploy your own personal health agent to fight your insurance claims for you, navigating the bureaucracy 24/7 until you get your coverage. Second, for small business owners and freelancers, forget hiring a virtual assistant. You can now use tools like Codex or the new Nematron coalition models to build a custom agent that handles your invoicing, follows up on late payments, and even cold calls leads using hyper-realistic voice synthesis. It's like having a 20-person staff for the price of a Netflix subscription. Third, in education, we are seeing the rise of infinite tutors. Instead of a static textbook, students are using agents that have been fed the entire curriculum and can debate the student, grade their essays in real time, and create custom practice exams based on exactly where the student is struggling. I saw a story yesterday of a freelance graphic designer in Austin who was about to close her business because she couldn't keep up with the administrative tasks. She spent a weekend setting up 3 specialized agents, one for client onboarding, one for billing, and one for basic image upscaling. She's now handling 4 times the client load and just had her biggest month ever. That is the power of this update. Now I'm curious, do you think this shift toward autonomous agents is a good thing for our economy, or are we moving too fast? Drop your take in the comments. I actually read every single one. And if you're finding this valuable, you know what to do. That subscribe button is right there, and it genuinely helps this channel keep bringing you these updates for free. Looking ahead, where is this heading? In the next 6 months, expect agent interoperability. Your Apple Intelligence on your iPhone will start talking to your work's OpenAI agent to coordinate your entire life without you saying a word. In 1 year, we predict that agentic GDP will be a real metric economists track, measuring how much of a country's output is generated purely by autonomous AI. In 5 years, the idea of opening an app will feel as old-fashioned as using a rotary phone. You will simply give a command to your ambient environment, and a swarm of agents will execute it across the digital world. Here's what you should do right now to stay ahead. First, stop thinking of ChatGPT as a search engine. Start treating it as a project manager. Give it multi-step goals, not just questions. Second, look into agentic frameworks like LangChain or the new OpenClaw agents. Even if you aren't a coder, understanding how these systems are chained together is the most valuable skill of 2026. We are living through the most significant technological pivot in human history. The gap between those who use agents and those who are replaced by them is widening every single day. Make sure you're on the right side of that divide. The age of talking to AI is over. The age of AI doing the work has begun. I'll see you in the next one to make sure you're ready for what's coming next.